Welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the fascinating world of coins, history, and hidden treasures that might just be sitting in your pocket change. Today we're talking about the VDB Lincoln 1-cent coin, a penny that at first glance seems common but actually carries a very interesting history and can sometimes be worth far more than just 1 cent. So stick around because you might learn that one of these small coins lying around your house could be a real treasure. Let's start with the background. The Lincoln cent has been one of the longest-running coins in United States history. First introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, it has seen many changes in its metal composition and even a few design modifications over the decades. The obverse or front of the coin has always featured Lincoln's portrait, originally designed by Victor David Brenner, and the reverse in 1999 still carried the famous Lincoln Memorial design that had been used since 1959. This design shows the Grand Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C., and if you look very closely at some of these cents you can even spot a tiny image of the statue of Lincoln inside the memorial. Now let's move on to the specifics of the VDB penny. The letter D stands for the Denver Mint where these coins were struck. In that year, over 6 billion pennies were minted in Denver alone, making it one of the most common coins of the late 1990s. These coins were made primarily of zinc with a thin copper coating, a composition that started back in 1982. Because of the huge mintage, most VDB pennies are considered common and are found in circulation in large numbers even today, but here's where it gets interesting. Even though billions were made, collectors pay close attention to the condition of coins, any errors that occurred during minting, and the grade assigned by professional coin grading companies. For a circulated VDB penny, its value is usually just 1 cent. However, when you find one in uncirculated condition with sharp details, bright luster, and no scratches, it can fetch more money. High-grade examples graded MS-65 and above can sell for a couple of dollars. Extremely high-grade coins, like those in MS-67 or MS-bay, have sold at auctions for hundreds of dollars because they are much scarcer in that pristine condition. Errors are another exciting area for the VDB penny. Some rare double-die errors, off-center strikes, and coins with plating issues have been discovered. These types of errors can dramatically increase the value of the coin depending on rarity and demand among collectors. For example, a dramatic off-center strike could be worth anywhere from $50 to a few $100s, while a double die in crisp condition could fetch several hundred or even over $1,000 in the right market. Now let's talk about why this small coin still matters. Even though it was minted in massive numbers, the penny carries historical importance as one of the last years before the new millennium. It represents the end of the century and the close of the 1990s, which makes it interesting for people who collect coins based on decades and eras. Some collectors like to build date sets, and having a perfect VDB penny in their collection completes the timeline beautifully. So what does this all mean for you? Well, if you have jars of change lying around, it's always worth checking your pennies. While most VDB pennies will only be worth face value, there is always the chance that you could find a high-grade uncirculated one or even a valuable mint error. Imagine pulling out a penny from your pocket and realizing it is worth hundreds of dollars simply because of a small mistake at the mint or because of its flawless condition. To sum it up, the VDB Lincoln cent is a common coin but one with historical charm. It carries the legacy of Abraham Lincoln, the artistry of the Lincoln Memorial design, and the fascinating world of minting errors and grading rarity. Most are only worth a cent, but in the right condition or with the right error, this little coin can be worth serious money. So next time you get change at the store, don't overlook those pennies. Check them carefully because one of them could turn out to be a hidden treasure from VDB that is worth far more than you'd expect. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed learning about the history and value of the VDB penny, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe for more coin collecting videos, and share this with fellow coin lovers. Until next time, happy collecting.